set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
Hello, Miami. Thank you so much for watching 305 Sports Now. I am your host, Will, and let me tell you, man, it has been a fun week so far for the Miami Hurricanes as spring practice started March 24th, and the Hurricanes already, as of right now, while I'm recording this episode, have picked up two commitments. Yes, two commitments, Josh Johnson and Gerard Guardine. Okay, so this is good. It's really good because literally spring practice just started, and the Miami Hurricanes have a plethora of blue chip athletes coming to visit this whole week for spring practice as well. So the one thing I do like about the fact that this is going on is that you can make a real case is that the Miami Hurricanes are really building off the momentum of a national championship caliber season in which they finished, second place in the national championship game, losing to Indiana in that football game, and only one drive away, literally about 45 yards, if I remember, away from winning the national championship. So that is something that they could build off in terms of momentum. So the Canes have done pretty well, all right? So they are listed as having a top 10 class so far amongst all recruiting sites as well, which include On3, Rivals, and 247 Sports as well. And the Canes pick up two commitments. They recently picked up Nick Lanier, who's considered one of the best wide receivers in the entire country, a young man that is multifaceted and could do anything you want him to do, including even play defense as well. Pick up Josh Johnson was a good thing too. Very underrated because of where he plays in Key West. But the bottom line is, though, is that he is seen as an individual that is considered a wrecking ball, right, as well. And of course, Guardine is a very talented DB as well, can play the caliber of defense in a Corey Heatherman style defense. So that is something that I am looking forward to seeing, and I'm very excited about. So I just want to get into the visits, man, because this is going to be a great weekend. But before that, before I move on to that, I also wanted to address how they look so. Whatever the team has let out, I mean, I get excited rather easy just when I see them throwing. But what the team has let out is basically I've liked what I've seen, from Darren Mensah, right, throwing the ball to Malachi Tony. Malachi looks a little bigger to me as well, but he doesn't seem like he's lost his speed. He's got some shiftiness as well. But we'll really see what happens when the pads come on. And I'm also excited to check out Mensah and company at the spring game, April 18th, over at Green Tree. Over at the University of Miami. But I want to get over the list this weekend of individuals that we are planning to see. So Josh Johnson, already know that, already came out. Caden Henderson, who is Miami, is very hot on. It seems to be a battle between Texas A&M and the Miami Hurricanes, listed as the number one overall linebacker in the country. You have very talented running back as well, Mason Johnson Cook. Okay, top 5 running back from the state of Illinois. Of course, Nick Lanier would make it a visit. He is currently a Miami verbal commit as well. You have also quarterback Davin Davidson, considered a top 20 quarterback nationally. Gerard Guardine, we just went over that visit. He committed. Neiman Lawrence, all right? Neiman Lawrence is a top prospect for 2028. Miami has been hot on his tail as well. Also, running back Elijah Kimball. I've heard great things about him. Number one player in the state of New York. Okay, Zaquan Linton, offensive tackle, currently committed to the Miami Hurricanes, and of course, cornerback Larry Moon III, who is a highly rated cornerback out of the state of Florida. All right, as well. Then you also have some notable individuals that are also expected to be on campus. Of Amari Stevens, who is a wide receiver and already committed to Miami. He was the first to commit. New York came in second. Then you have Julius Jones, a guy I like out of STA. As well, making a visit as well. I'll be doing a possible Canes segment on him, which will be airing on Saturday. I know he's a Notre Dame lean, but being the fact that he is in Miami's backyard, I give the Hurricanes a pretty good chance. Then you have edge rusher Travaris TJ Finley, defensive lineman Jamar Thompson of 2027, and edge rusher Mishai Dobson. Secondary, you have Jalen Jones, who's a commit. Of course, Zayden Gamble, who Miami's very hot after, all right, as well. And of course, and Jaden Carey as well, defensive back. So we know exactly what Miami is trying to do, and Miami's trying to sell their program by having these young men come to practice, right, as well. And we're seeing, Miami pretty much paying dividends throughout the whole process. So we'll see what goes on. And again, I'm extremely excited as news gets out more and more, and it's been projected we'll probably see more commits as well as the weekend ends and so on and so forth. So I'm very excited to see what Miami can come out with as well. First day of practice, they had 2 commits. Okay, as of right now, as I record this episode. All right, so we'll see what happens this weekend if Miami can seal the deal on a few more guys. But remember, guys, ladies and gentlemen, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, so when they commit, we have to make sure they stay committed as well. So we'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. As I mentioned, just once again, I want to announce again is this upcoming Saturday, I will be doing an episode, a possible Kings segment on Julius Jones. I'll be breaking down his recruitment and analyzing the film on him as well. I really like this young man. I hope he becomes the 3rd wide receiver committed to this class for the Canes. Seems to be a Notre Dame lean from what I've read, but also a Notre Dame legacy. That's also a reason why. But I do hope that Miami could kind of, being the fact he is in our backyard, kind of break that mold. We'll see what happens with that as well. But again, my announcements, all right, during the week leading up to spring game, which is going to be April 18th, I will be doing what I did last year, which is basically it's Will and Friends, and we'll be breaking down every single evening leading up to Saturday, breaking down the team, how we feel. We'll break down certain position groups. We'll talk recruiting. I'm going to get the perspectives from former players, not for the Canes, but that play college ball, to see what preparing for a spring game is like for them as well. So we'll see how that goes, guys. And of course, I'll be introducing an update to the logo, this current logo, and a brand new intro video courtesy of Finn Sammy of Finn's TV. Go give him a like and a subscribe as well. But if you like today's episode, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to 305 Sports Now. Once again, ladies and gents, I am Will. Stay safe. God bless. See you soon. All about the Canes, guys. Bye-bye.